A few weeks ago, Jerry and Esther were coming back from Phoenix, flying home to San Antonio. And Esther had used some frequent flyer certificates to upgrade to first-class seats. So they knew they would be in seats 1A and 1B. When they got to the airport, the agent behind the counter said, "Somebody has made a mistake because no seats were assigned to you. And this is a problem," he said, "because the first-class section is full. In fact, I'm not even sure I can get you on this airplane." Well, when Esther heard that, she felt negative emotion. She was angry. She wanted to know whose fault this is. How can something like this happen? She thought about writing a letter to the Continental Airline and telling them that they should get their employees in a better frame of mind so that they're not making so many mistakes. But Esther this time was not very far into her negative analyzing of this condition before she realized, my valve is closed. I'm letting this condition be my excuse for closing my valve. And this is my valve to well-being. This is my valve to clarity. This is my valve to vitality. This is my valve to all that I consider to be good, and I've got it closed because I'm focused on this. So suddenly, nothing was more important than getting that valve open. But she discovered she couldn't get it open and think about this. It was too near and too close and too wrong. So she thought about the wonderful weekend they'd had and all the nice people that she had met. She thought about her wonderful mate and what fun he is to travel with. She thought about her new house back home being built in Texas. And before long, her valve was open again. Then the man said, "I can't do anything for you here. Why don't you go upstairs to the gate? Maybe they can help you." So they went upstairs to the gate, but the man there told them the same thing the man downstairs had told them. "This is a problem," he said. And Esther gave him the tickets, and she leaned over against a wall about 20 feet from the podium with one intention on her mind. She was going to get her valve open anyway. So she looked around for things that might help. She saw a little boy playing with a truck. He was so adorable, and Esther liked the way he interacted with his mother. Then she saw two teenagers over in the corner smooching, and that was heartwarming. Then she saw people getting off the airplane, embracing other people, and that made her feel good. And for the next 20 minutes, Esther managed to keep her valve open anyway. And then the man called her to the counter and gave her the tickets, and he had put them in the first-class section. They were back in seats 1A and 1B. Now, Esther does not know how this happened. All she knows is she kept her valve open anyway. When you start looking at your valve rather than to the conditions, you can keep your valve open anyway.